Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video we are doing another one of these productivity news, and these aren't actually weekly, even though I call them weekly productivity news, but in this one we are diving into a few things, and the first thing is something I'm making a full video on tomorrow, and that is uh, that Noteplan now has a web version. I don't know how long it's been. I haven't paid too much attention. I knew that it was coming, but I don't know how long it's been since it actually came out. But since I haven't covered it, I thought that I would. So Noteplan has a version of the application. This is an iOS and Mac OS application, which hasn't been available on Windows at all. This actually makes it a little more available with the addition of the web version. I'm currently using it on Windows, and you get a lot of great functionality with this. It works quite well. It is still in beta, so there might be a few bugs, but overall, I feel like the application looks and feels really good. So stay tuned for the video tomorrow where I go a lot deeper into the whole application and the feel of the application. But at first glance, it looks really, really good, and it looks like you are getting everything that you would want from an application like this. And in general, it just feels really, really good. And this is a huge step for an application like Noteplan, because a lot of people like myself previously have an iPhone, but they have a Windows computer. I feel like that is quite normal, and being able to access your notes even though you are on a Windows computer is really important. And some people even have a Mac and an iPhone, but they have a Windows computer at their day job, so they can't use this because the notes won't be as easily accessible when they're at work. So there are quite a few of these examples. So I feel like it is really important to introduce a web version like this, so it will be more accessible for people in general. And I feel like a lot of these Mac first applications like Craft, for example, at some point will end up having either a web version or a full-on Windows application, depending on how long they've been out and how big they are. But even an application that is newer, like Lazy, is actually coming out with web version, which they have been playing around with. So I feel like this is getting more and more normal, and it is important for Noteplan to have that possibility as well. Next up, we have Taskade, and Taskade has been working on AI for a while now, but and there have been quite a few updates this week. But the biggest one, or the most interesting one, it is actually two. The first one is the X integration, or the Twitter integration, which allows you to schedule your posts from Taskade. And the second is the LinkedIn AI agent, so you can automate posts, track updates, and use real-time data to keep your network engaged, all with AI. You can even schedule content effortlessly while AI handles the rest. And this is in early access, so we are getting both X integration and some sort of LinkedIn integration to be able to actually publish things directly from Taskade to your social medias. We are also getting many other like AI updates, but if we take a look at this one right here, this is the X one, and you can actually schedule things using the due dates here. So it will send out things at the due date and it will publish for you. So that is a really cool and neat feature. I feel like like the project management space for people who work in social media. And I know that because I work in social media myself, in social media marketing. I feel like that has been dominated by something like Notion, but having the ability to actually schedule your post from your management tool is huge, and not necessarily for X, but especially for something like LinkedIn, that can be really important, both for businesses but also for personal use. A lot of people actually use LinkedIn to build their personal brand, and my guess is that it will look similar to this. I will do an update as soon as it is fully out, but as of right now, it feels interesting, and I think it is a really cool update. I'm wondering how it will end up being when you have, because Taskade is an outline application, so you mainly do bullet points. So I'm wondering how it ends up being when you do write LinkedIn long form posts, but I'm guessing that they have fixed that in one way or another. There are plenty of options to make that feel a lot better, but I feel like this is a huge update here. We have like uh, the full view of how you can schedule things. So you can schedule them based off due dates, and here you can actually add the hashtags as well. So people can add their hashtags right within Taskade, and you can use the automations here to actually post them onto X or Twitter. So this is really, really good. So it looks like the text will be based on one of the properties in your databases, like this. But again, I will be. It is exciting to see where Taskade goes with this, and if this is a success, if they will keep on adding new ones. Next up, we have capacities and capacities tablet application. This is now available for the Believer plan. It is looking really good out of the pictures. I'm not a part of the Believer plan of capacities. This isn't the application I use, but the tablet application is looking really, really good. And capacities in general makes things that look and feel really good. So I will just have to wait until this is fully out before I can test it out. But as of right now, I think it looks really good. Let me just quickly show you the pricing here. So capacities believers are actually this tier right here. It is in Norwegian kroners, but this comes in around 1250 USD. Around that, build yearly, build monthly. This is closer to 15 USD. So that's when you get beta access to major new features like the tablet application right here. But if you don't want to pay for the Believer plan, you can just wait until it is fully out. Last thing I wanted to talk about is Tana. There isn't a huge update, but I read that the mobile application is right around the corner. They showed demo version of it, or a small version of it, at the AMA around a month ago, a little over a month ago, I think it was. But just in general, the update is coming, it is closer, and I think it is really important for an application that is as expensive as Tana is to come out with a fully fledged mobile application that people can use when they are paying for something like this and paying that much for something like this. But I'm excited to see if the mobile application will how it will feel, and if a lot of people that have left Tana will come back to Tana. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. And remember to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for the Noteplan video coming tomorrow.